I'm back with another educational beauty video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create this pro eye makeup look, which is really easy to do. I've simplified it. Trust me, it's not complicated at all. It's really pro looking, so like even when you come close up, it looks super blended, and it's got some change in dimension there, which I'm going to explain as we go along. But yeah, it's a really pretty eye look. I know you guys can recreate it. I know you're going to love this whole tutorial, and yeah, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Don't forget, I'm over on Instagram, so if you like reels, unboxing, you can head over there, hit follow too. I think we can now head straight into this video. So I have nothing on my eyelids. I only have my concealer, which has been set with my powder. That's how I prep my eyes. We're gonna go straight in with the eyeshadow look. I'm really excited about this because it's a color I know quite a few of you have been asking for, and I just think it's such a pretty color. And I haven't ever actually tried this color before, so yeah, I'm excited. And also, if you are interested in this base because this foundation looks so flawless, then you're gonna be pretty surprised at how I did it. But head over to my previous video. It is called trying the viral foundation routine, and it's something that I think is very interesting and funny at the beginning, and then pretty shocking when you see the end result, as you can see, because you don't think it's going to end up this way. But anyway, let's move on with our eye look. I am going to be using the Naked Urban Decay eyeshadow palette by Robin Eisenberg, and the color I'm going to be using as my main shade is Home Planet. It looks so good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about actually trying this color because I've never tried it before, and I've seen it on like other people on Pinterest and stuff and Instagram, and it looks so nice on, so pretty. So yeah, here it goes. Now I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush that actually comes in the palette because it's just going to be easier, and it's a pretty good brush, to be fair. It's got a small eyeshadow kind of like shading brush on one side and then the kind of blending brush on the other side. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a shading brush to actually apply this. I'm going to use that shade Home Planet. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fallout for this eyeshadow, but you know, we're just going to go with it and see. I mean, I've got a decent amount of foundation on, so I think it'll be pretty easy to dust off. Now, what I want to do is, firstly, I want to apply the product to the brush, which I have done, and then what I do is I just go like that, and it takes off the excess. If I go straight in, all of that eyeshadow is just going to go everywhere, so we want to make sure we take off that excess. There's definitely a lot of fallout on this eyeshadow palette. Like when I pick it up, the amount that comes off is a lot. So just a FYI. However, you can use any other color. This is not just about the color, this is about actually blending it and just creating a really nice pro eye look. So what I'm going to be doing is kind of pressing this in all over the lid. Wow, such a nice color. I am just going to apply this all over the eyelid because really what I want to do is make this really easy for you guys to replicate. I don't want you guys to feel like, you know, when you go away and you try this, like, oh, what section did she put this on? So I'm kind of like adjusting it to make sure that it is something that you guys can create too. And basically, you know, uncomplicated. Okay, you can see I've gone over the entire eyelid here and it's covered. It's a really nice color. We're going to make sure that we've really got an even layer there. So I'm pressing it. One, because I can see there's a lot of fallout on this product. So pressing it on minimizes the amount of fallout you would get on the face. And two, I just feel like with any eyeshadow, it's kind of better to press because if you know, go like that, you're just dusting it to other areas of the face where you don't need it. Now I feel like this is a good even amount of product over the entire lid. What I want to do now is I want to actually blend the edges, but I don't want it to go too far out because I want it to look like a kind of wash of color. Now I'm going to take off whatever's on the back of the, well, not on the back of the brush, on the brush, onto a tissue because I don't want any kind of product there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the areas which is just like the edges of the eyeshadow that I've applied. And I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm just going to like, almost like press, drag in. But like, you're not dragging, you're flicking. You know, so that you're not kind of dragging. Okay, I feel like we've kind of blended the edges nicely. Now this end section is where I am going to drag. But when I say drag, I don't mean press and drag. I mean very lightly. You're just going to like kind of, you know, like take some of this color out. And it's up to you whether you want to go upwards or a bit more to the side. I just want it to go very, very small amount. I don't want it to look like it's feline or anything, but I do want it to kind of like come out just a tiny bit. And I feel like when you first apply it, if you make sure that you don't take it towards the end and take it out too much with your application, then it will be much easier for you to take it out however much you want to take it out. Whereas if you start applying it all over this section here, then it's much harder to kind of blend it and get that right shape because you've already kind of like started off that way. As I've always said on all my videos, when it comes to eyeshadow, start small and then gradually increase the size. So I'm happy with that because it's kind of like just a wash of color coming out. And I'm just lightly going over that to take any excess off. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Considering there's so much fallout in the eyeshadow palette, there's actually, with this technique that I'm using, hardly anything is going on my lower eyes. Okay, now let's press and flick the edges to just soften them. You'll find that if you're using a color which isn't too dark, you won't need to press and flick as much because it's not too much of a contrast. Now I'm going to take the other side of the brush, I'm going to press into this, and I am basically going to apply this on the lower lash line. So I want to press. Focus on pressing into the lower lashes from the underside though, not on top, right? So you want to go under your lashes and then press into the root very lightly. Don't move the brush back and forth. Make sure you've got an even amount all the way across. There you go. Let's do that on the other side. So remember, go on the underside of the lash and then press into the root of the lash. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take all the product off of that brush, and I am going to very lightly go over the ends of it, like the edges, very lightly guys, not hard. Don't press too firm, like too hard, just very lightly. There you go. I've dusted away any excess there, and I'm quite happy with the shape in general and the amount of product that I have on there. Now I kind of want to leave this very kind of like colorful and bright because I feel like this is the kind of brightness I like. You know, when you talk about bright eyeshadow colors, I like this kind of brightness where it's kind of muted, like it's not like a bright orange or a bright pink or a bright blue, but it's such a beautiful color, and it's just, I feel like it's not in your face. I don't feel like, you know, you're not like, wow, I've got such a colorful bright eyeshadow on. So this is the kind of brightness that I like, and I want this brightness to stay. So I don't want to go in with like a black or anything really dark to kind of change the overall like look of this. I love this kind of look when you have just mascara on, but I don't want to keep it that simple. I do want to show you what you could do, what else you can do. So I am going to add a little bit of another finish. So it's a similar color, but it's a slightly different finish to it because it's slightly more metallic. And I'm going to basically use my finger for this. I'm using the shade Ice Crater, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this just close to my lashes, but in the middle of my upper lash. And what this is going to do is it's going to give it a little bit of kind of difference in texture, finish. Not texture, finish. So a slight, you know, like slight shine to the actual lash line. Now I'm going to go into the shade Alien Babe. I'm going to use my Sigma E06 brush. And this is kind of like a bit more glittery. And what I want to do is just almost like create a little wing liner with this so that we've got a little bit of kind of lift and definition, but it's not actually dark. There, that's it. So we've just gone from the end of the lash line about a quarter of the way in, and then we've dragged it upwards. And because it's such a, like, it's not a black or a dark brown, it's much easier to actually create this like liner without feeling like, okay, I've completely ruined my eyeliner. And obviously if you use a brush like this, it makes it much easier. There, I'm super happy with that. Let's go ahead and curl these lashes. I'm going to use my YSL Lash Clash mascara, and I am just going to put mascara all over my lashes. I am going to be using false lashes because I feel like that just kind of elevates the whole eye look. But then at least you can see what this looks like with just mascara on as well. And it looks really good. I would say with this look, if you do want to wear only mascara, make sure it's a really super black mascara because it's going to look so good just against this color. So now you can see what this looks like with only mascara. It's such a pretty look. I am going to be wearing this color all the time because it's such a nice eyeshadow look. Like, I get sometimes a little bit bored with like eyeshadows and I'm like, what color can I go for? There's just browns, bronze, like blacks, which I kind of stay away from because it's a little bit too harsh. Well, that's a once in a blue moon thing. And oranges, pinks, blues, greens, you know, but then there's so many kind of different shades within those shades, and I kind of forget sometimes that actually, you know, how about going for something which is a lot more muted, not so kind of like, wow, she's got bright orange on, or she's got tangerine eyes, or like turquoise eyes. You can wear something like this and it's so pretty and it isn't in your face, and I feel like it really does complement kind of like tanned skin as well. So I'm definitely going to be wearing this. Let's move on with applying some lashes. I'm going to be using my Nina Lash from my own lash brand. And I know a lot of you are still saying, when are we going to get them in the US? We're working on it. It's not an easy kind of like thing. And yeah, so stay with us. Okay, let's go ahead and apply these. I cut my lashes, by the way, so that it's kind of like 3/4. So I cut the end of it just a little bit and then I move it kind of out. So I'm just going to apply this very close to my lash line. God, that looks so pretty. I really love this color, and the lashes with it just, like I said earlier, it just elevates it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the other lash. This whole look is so nice. Like, I can't wait for the next event or something that I have, and hopefully this color kind of goes with whatever outfit I pick, and then I'm gonna wear this because it's a really nice look. I love it. And what I love is the fact that you've got that little bit of difference. So for example, and this is where it really, you know, even the blending in itself is going to help it look like, you know, a whole pro eye makeup look. It's something that is wearable. Like, I didn't want to show you something like graphic eyes or something like that because I feel like not everyone loves that. Not everyone can wear that. This is something where I feel like everyone could wear, and you have like that matte finish, but then you also have that change in that finish where you have a little bit on the upper lash line, close to the lash line, so that when you blink, it gives you that slight kind of like difference in finish and just makes it a bit more, gives it more dimension. And then you've also got the eyeliner here, which doesn't look dark, so there's nothing dark other than the lashes, but it still does give you that very subtle lift, and it looks like, okay, there's something different about it. It's not, she hasn't just like packed on a whole load of eyeshadow. Like, it's blended nicely, but she also does have that kind of like that really nice little touch of like sparkle there, which isn't in your obvious way, like just stuck in the middle, and then that's it. So yeah, I feel like this is something that you guys can also recreate. I love this color. I love this color. I love this whole look. Don't forget that you can go check out the whole foundation look, how I did it on my previous video. You're gonna love it. It's fun, it's surprising, and I love it. I didn't think I was gonna love it, but I love it. So yeah, I am excited for you guys to recreate this. Try any kind of color, but honestly, this color in particular I absolutely love, and I think you guys are gonna love it too. So wherever you guys are in the world, I'm sending you loads of love, loads of good vibes, and don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you soon.